Hello and good morning and welcome to day 4 of Welsh Wine Week and a wine a day with the winelady.com. I'm back in the woods, as you can see, and I thought today I would take you back to North Wales, to Anglesey, back to Cowyn and Charlotte's Conwy vineyard. And today we had, I don't know if you remember, but we had the Rosé Regent day 1. The Rosé was beautiful, and now we are going to try the Solaris. There you go. Now, Solaris is a very versatile grape variety. Again, it's one of the cool climate German varieties, and I haven't discussed this yet, but what's so interesting about Wales, and I think I touched upon how I see them becoming a future classic wine region in the making. This is because the most elegant wines are made in cooler climates. And with climate change, all of our classic wine regions are slowly heating up. I know growers in Burgundy who can't get the crispness and the minerality they want in their Chardonnay, and they're finding vineyards on the coast or in the hills in the Pyrenees, anything to find a cool climate again. So Wales is perfectly poised to move into that premier wine position. And what's interesting is that those who are adapting in Europe are changing the grape varieties. For example, the classic Bordeaux recipe is already gone. They're having to add more Carmenère or use different, and they can't use Merlot. It's many of them have abandoned that grape because they can't ripen properly. So the classic recipes, as we speak, are changing. And I think I wrote in my climate change book in 2014 that one day, Rioja may not be Tempranillo, might be a different grape, or Sancerre maybe with an Ugni Blanc or something. And, people thought that was silly, but it's actually already happening. It's happening faster than we thought it would, too. So you have kind of a sliding scale of grape varieties. Sorry, horseflies. And you've got, like the coolest climate white grape, I think, is something like Müller-Thurgau. And then you go through all the whites, and you could go through the reds, and like the coolest climate red variety is Pinot Noir. And you go down to the bottom of that scale, and you hit the big grape, the Greek grape varieties like Primitivo and Negro Amaro. And so when you consider that Wales is just the top of the first cool climate white varieties, they have that entire, band to go through before they are incapable of making grapes. Growing wine grapes, which is unfortunately is happening in some regions in the world. So that's interesting. And Solaris finds itself being, it's grown a lot in Denmark and Norway and Belgium, I think, and Germany. And it's often mixed. It's often mixed with some of the other whites. But on its own, as this winery has proven, it really has a very distinct personality. It's light and lemony and zesty, and it's I think some people say it has an elderflower finish. It's too floral for them, but it's not, because the minerals and the acidity really carry the floral and the fruit notes beautifully and keep the wine, restrained, and keep the narrative on track, if that makes sense. So I will give this a taste. Yes, the peaches and elderflower. Yet you can smell the crisp and the freshness on the nose too. You know you're going to be stepping into a well-constructed wine, and indeed you do. The palate is crisp, herbaceous, nice, a nice retro-olfactive presence, decent finish, clean, crisp finish, very enjoyable. And this wine, I kind of liken it to, again, I don't like to make comparisons. I think grapes are allowed to have their own personalities. But if you had to reference it to something, I don't know. I think of a white Loire Valley wine, something that goes with mussels and lobster and all the beautiful seafood we have in North Wales. So there we go. I'm going to show you that one more time. Conwy's 2018 Solaris. And it's delicious. So, and that can be found at major retailers and restaurants. And again, on my website, I will have all the buying information. So thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.